Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video, and today it's another daily relay race video in Gran Turismo Sport. And I can tell you guys already, this episode is going to be really fun. At least there's one race that's really fun, and the other ones are okay too, but there's one race. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, you'll have to watch the entire video to know it, but there's one race that was really exciting and really full of action. But here we are now in qualifying. This is around the Nürburgring in RUMNUS cars, as you might have seen from the thumbnail and the title. But you can see here, this is my first lap in quali, and it didn't start very well, but B went on, and we actually set a decent lap time. I think, no, this is not a one lap, this is the same first lap, and I tried to take that flat out. I actually learned how to take a flat out in the future laps, but you can see here doing a beautiful 360 actually. So but we do actually end up sending a pretty decent first lap, as you can see there. Now we have a 51.5, and we're now about to set a 50. I can tell you that our lap is going to be a 51.1. We can definitely improve by a long while. It wasn't a good lap by any means, but you know, this is just my fourth lap on this ever racing on this track with this car. So yeah. Yes, that has been our qualifying lap, and now let's see where it puts us for the first race. It's going to put us in P8, which is pretty decent result, pretty decent starting place. So yeah, we've got pretty fast people ahead of us. 50s, a lot of 50s, which I know actually we can beat the people in the 50s, but then the 49s and the 48s, I think that's where we're going to really start struggling. But then, without any further ado, let's get stuck into our first Grand Prix. Starting from P8, we're going to actually, this is one thing I really don't like about starts in this game. The people in the back, and I think I'm going to be the one in this race, we're actually going to start in P7, there's one person left in the warm-up. We're going to be starting, I think, in the corner, or just in the exit of the corner, which is really gonna hurt us. So I really think they should improve this thing, because you know, you have to modulate the start while you shouldn't have to modulate it. I think we'll just about be fine. Yeah, we'll just about be fine. We can see we're still turning when we start, and so we might get some movement. The guys behind will have to turn a corner, and it might just hurt us, it might just hurt them. But now you can see everyone just going defensive, and we're just following in this guy in the slipstream, and we are, I think, gonna send it down his inside. Wow, and a little bit of lag. You can just see that we actually hit him. It wasn't me. I was next to him, but the lag just made me hit him. I did brake maybe a little bit too late. I'll say that, and then we squeezed out the guy behind us too, and then he just loses the rear end. The squeezing out, that was my fault. And then yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know. I just broke way too early, cut the corner, lost time, and yet we got a 1 second time penalty for absolutely nothing. That helped us gain time, to be honest. Really bad. I mean, we had a good start, good amount of position gain, but then just unfair here that we have to lose these positions, so we're gonna lose just one position. Here comes this guy. He almost hits us. Thank goodness we were ghosting, I believe, and so we are still in P6, so we can maybe do something in this Grand Prix. This guy ahead doesn't get a good exit. We don't get a good exit either, but he really doesn't get a good exit. And so here we go now, just trying to take this flat. We don't actually take it flat, but we don't need to ever take this exit. It gets terrible into there. And here we go down the inside. We're not going to back out. He's not going to back out. He tries to squeeze us, but in the end he has to back out because we lose the rear end. We have a tank slapper, and we squeeze him out that way. And now here we go now on lap 3. We're trying to catch up to this to P4. We tried every single lap to push as hard as we can. As you can see there, we lost a little bit of oversteer, but we had so much more pace than guys behind. But basically, right around this moment, my wheel basically disconnected from its base. It's kind of hard to explain, but I had to hold the wheel in place while driving. And as you probably could tell, it was really hard. So we're not getting attacked here for the speed of P5. We just want to keep it because we knew we couldn't get P4 even if the wheel was in place. I think it would have been too hard, and we have actually kept P5 pretty well. But as we go through the chicane, it's pretty far away, but then he just accelerates mid chicane, hits us off, no penalty, and he gets past us. And yeah, I was really mad, and so I just did it back to him. I tried to do it back to him, doesn't work out. Crash physics goes absolutely bonkers, and we lose more positions, safety rating, end up in P8, and just a very bad race for us in our first race on the circuit. So hopefully we'll have better luck in the future. But yeah, we ended up P8, and our number was actually P4, I believe. Yes, and not P4. Our number was 4. And if you don't know, the number, basically you have to get better than your number, which is based on your safety rating, to increase your safety rating. And we obviously couldn't do that even if we, you know, did not have this problem, because we would not only have been able to get to 4th. But anyways, we get to this second race. We started from 9th, as I wasn't able to improve my lap time in the qualifying. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see if we can do anything better in this Grand Prix. Hopefully the wheel doesn't get, I can tell you already, the wheel doesn't get disconnected at all in the next you know, 3 races of this of this video. So yeah, since that's not gonna happen, let's hope that we can have a better race here than our last race, as we're just waiting to start getting on, as we're just stuck to just revving the car. But now here we go. Then we got this guy up ahead of us. He is in a Lexus, and I believe the Lexus is actually faster than this car in the straight line, but we will see if we can still get a better run. This time we are starting in a corner, and so you can see the wheel spin, but the guy ahead also got this wheel spin, so maybe we'll be able to get him. But you can see here, just not gaining enough. That's why I think maybe Lexus is slightly faster, but we actually are gaining anyway, so maybe it's not, I don't know, to be honest. But we're gonna absolutely send it down this inside. There's a guy here going slowly. I thought I was gonna hit him. We don't. We get a little bit wayward in the exit of that apex. We did get in a position though, as there was a guy really far off. But now we're gonna try to attack this chrome guy again. Here we go, down the inside. Can we get the move though? No, he just swoops around the outside, keeps the position, but we'll try to get a switchback on him. Can we do that? That's a no. So we'll just have to sit back for now and see when we can get the move done on him. Maybe here, is he gonna get a bad run? He is gonna get a bad run. Here we go. Can we make a move? No, he goes defensive. We actually lose here in a little bit. So for now, we're just gonna have to sit back and relax and just stay behind him. And we're gonna move now to later onto that lap though. We take all his slipstream, and we are going to try to send down his inside. Here we go at the 100 meter mark, braking. And we do get the position on him. He actually taps us like the guy in the back in the other race, but this time we make sure we cover that position, and we do keep our position. There's a guy here, 2 people now going wide here, and so we just take both of them. Maybe, yes, we do. And then this guy on ghosts actually. So I'm sorry for squeezing him there. I thought he was gonna keep ghosting, but like last year's actually, he on ghosts just when I need him to ghost. So, but we get P5, no penalty, so that's good for us. And now we're gonna try to maybe pounce on the podium, maybe, as these guys are squabbling here. And maybe we could catch them both napping. Here he goes now, the Lexus on, I believe that's what car is that actually? I'm not actually, that's a Honda. Yes, that's a Honda. I know that. And so we try to get a switchback on this Lexus. He gets a little bit tail happy in the exit, and so we do get the position on him. But he hit us by losing the rear end, and so we get a penalty. That makes total sense. Also, it says for forcing the car off the track, except he didn't force him off the track. He didn't even get off the track after the contact with us. So this penalty was absolutely bonkers. I was super mad. And that will affect us in the rest of the race, not only because we'll lose time through a penalty, but because I was super mad. And now we get squeezed out by that guy, P4. We actually only lost 1 position, so maybe we'll be able to get this P4 back, hopefully. And here we go. Now we're going to try to take this flat out, because that's the only way we will be able to catch up the guy ahead. But that's not what we should have done. We go too wide, we go into the gravel, we've lost this race, and that was all because of how nervous I was, of how angry I was, because I got that penalty. We finished up in P7. We finished down in P7. Once again, a disappointing race. So, yeah, we haven't started out too well, to be honest. I mean, these cars, I have to say, they are super fun to drive around the circuit. But super fun isn't really helping us at the moment, because we haven't really done too well, haven't we? But now we're gonna move on to our next race. And we actually have improved our lap time by 1.1 seconds. And so we're starting from P5. But remember the name of the guy starting behind me. I think it was gr.x something. Remember that name, remember that guy, because he's going to come crucial in this race. If you're stuck on the video until now, this is the race that really is exciting. So strap yourselves in for an absolutely awesome race. So here we go then, just waiting to start. We're not going to be starting in the corner now because we're starting from P5, our best starting position yet. So can we maybe have a pounce at the podium, or at least the top 5, because we haven't had either of them until now. So this is the penultimate race, by the way, just making sure that you guys remember that. But yep, let's do this now. Looking ahead, trying to see who can overtake 3, 2, and 1. And you actually make the mistake, I believe, of trying to go into the red guy's slipstream, because he actually cut into my slipstream, so I probably should have just gone straight, but it doesn't matter. We are a bit far to make a move on him, but I completely misjudged my braking point, so I completely apologize to him. But again, I don't hit him. I didn't hit him, but he gets hit by me anyways. We get overtaken then by the guy I told you, remember the name of gr.x, and this another Australian. So not a good start once again. We're starting off really badly, and I thought this was going to be another one of those terrible races that we had, but I can assure you it was not. So we were trying to now just keep this guy behind, because I know I have more pace than him, and we just closed the room. To be honest, there was no room to go there, and we just closed it. We moved through, and now up into P6. I believe we were in P7 earlier. I'm not sure though. So probably someone crashed. And you can see there I changed cameras earlier to text the number. My number is 6. But here we go now. These guys battling up ahead, and this Australian guy gets. Why do I keep saying Australian? This Brazilian guy, gr.x, loses the rear end massively, and that just gives a nice bump to the guy who's sat beside with, and we managed to get that position on him. And now here we go now on gr.x for this final lap of this Grand Prix. Can we get a top 4 in this race? Podium too far away. And too fast as well, but here we go now. Can we go around this outside? It's not wise to go side by side in the chicane, so we're just not gonna force a move right now. Here we're gonna come and get a good run through the final corner, maybe overtake him in this straight. Here we go through the straight. He does get a bad exit out of the corner, so here we go then as we enter the final lap of this Grand Prix, and soon there's gonna be some epic action music, suspense music cluing in. But here we go now. He broke way too late there, gets the braking completely wrong, but we get the exit completely wrong, and so he gets us back. And so here we go now. He goes defensive through here, and we're gonna maybe go around the outside. No, I completely missed my braking point, which I mean I broke way too early there, and so we can't even make a switch back because he actually broke at the right time, and I broke way too early. But here we go. Then he loses a massive rear end there, and can we move here? No, he actually got a pretty good exit, even though he lost the rear end there. Here we go now. We both do a choreographed slide almost into that corner, and so here we go now. Once again, looking at him back. Can we get the move done on this Brazilian? Here we go now. Still behind him, still not making a move yet. The only chance we now have is at this chicane, unless he gets a bad exit here, which I was hoping he would. But actually, we are way too tentative in our exit, and so we don't get a good exit. He gets a good exit, and so now here I had way too experience in messing it up here, and so I decided, you know what, even if I don't get this P5, I'm gonna take that nice and easy. But here we go, then attacking this corner, just trying to get as much speed as we can, but actually slide through there so we don't take much speed through there. And here we're gonna try to get a good exit out of here. We don't really do that, and we're really far away. Can we get the move done on him? Will we be able to get the move done on this Brazilian? Here we go then. We're gonna break once again at the 100-meter board. He breaks way too early, I believe, and we're just gonna attack this final chicane, but we are just too far away. But he loses the rear end. Is he gonna go wide? Is he gonna go tight? He's gonna go wide, and we're just gonna send it. We are just gonna send it. We tap him a little bit, so I apologize for that. But we get the move done, and we get P for what? A fantastic last lap move. That was absolutely spectacular. Thank you to him for keeping it clean as well. I admit it, I was a bit aggressive there, but also the crash physics were really terrible. I mean, I just tapped him and he just moved very far away. So, but yeah, what a race! Last lap dive round down the final corner, just making a little bit of contact, a little bit argy-bargy, but overall, really good. Fantastic race, fantastic last lap overtake, and P4. And you can see I actually texted him at the end of that race, thanking him for the race, and he replied that was a close one. So that probably means that he's not mad at me for just pushing him wide in the final corner. But yeah, as you see there, soon enough he will text it. But Yep, so that's been it for this race, and now we move on to the final race. We have improved our lap 2 tenths more, and that means we'll be starting from P2. And to be honest, the guy ahead of us just is faster than us. There's no other way to put it except he's just faster than us on our best days, I believe. So we'll have the first corner to try to get it to P1. Maybe we can get our first podium and win. But after the first corner, I think it's just going to be about keeping this P2. So here we go then. But we come off from a fantastic race, from a really positive race, so I was really happy to have qualified in P2 as well. And there we are, right there, moving the steering wheel. We can actually see ourselves this time. And I believe our number is actually 8, so we should have a big improvement, big boost in our driver rating if we can finish in the position that we're starting in. But yeah, we come up from a positive race, and that hopefully will give us positive momentum. Here we go then. Just getting ready to overtake P1 if we have any chance to do so, as the numbers come up here. 3, 2, and 1, and here we go for the start of this final Grand Prix, this final race for this episode. Can we send that inside? To be honest, I want to keep it clean, and I'm not gonna do it. The guy behind actually sends it down my inside, but we just squeeze him out. But then he sends it again, tries to push us out, doesn't make it work. He loses the rear end there, and we keep this P2. And to be honest, I pushed as hard as I possibly could. I tell you guys, I was sweating here. All these laps, I was absolutely sweating, pushing as hard as I could, risking every track limit, everything, but I just didn't manage to catch him, as we'll soon see as we skip through the next lap. I just didn't manage to catch him. We were able, me and him, to build out a lead to the guys behind though, which was helpful. But I just didn't have enough pace to catch him. So yeah, I just did, like I said, I did everything I could, pushing hard, going for fastest laps, making mistakes. To be honest, I didn't make a lot of mistakes. I will admit that this lap especially. We said a 150.5. It's actually a really good lap time, but he says a 149.4, so really good for him as well. And he gains a whole second on us on that lap. Then on this lap, he doesn't actually gain on us at all, but that's not because we went fast. I mean, we did go faster, to be honest, to us. 1/10 faster, but that's because he went slower. And in this final lap, I just did everything to at least get a fastest lap. I wanted to try to sweat a fastest lap because I knew I could be faster than him, but as you can see, the advantage stays the same in here. I just try to absolutely send it to this corner, mess it up, and then to add more to that, we take this in third gear, which means you shouldn't get any wheel spin, but we do get wheel spin. We do lose the rear end, so in this pretty much uneventful race, we do manage to keep this P2 though. I'm not at all sad that I didn't get the fastest lap, because really happy as we finish in style, drifting across the line in P2. But yeah, that has been it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching these daily races. Really excited about what we're able to achieve and the fun that because I had a lot of fun really racing these and recording these and commenting these, and I hope you guys did as well. But thank you guys very much for watching, and until next time, guys, see you then.